being named the Finals MVP back.
The entire defense was frozen-footed. Nobody picked up the shooter, Kevin.
On the wing, Iverson, covered by Mills. For the three, and another three for Cleveland.
The D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been of the three-point variety.
And you need the defense to stop the bleeding.
San Antonio calls timeout. We've seen Money really having a great game.
They're locked in from deep. They're giving him too much breathing room and definitely paying the price for it.
A different look now for San Antonio. Boris Diaz checked in for Aldridge. Butler comes in for Leonard. And it's Ginobili in for Daniel Green. Cleveland on defense. They lead by 20. That's the most we've seen.
I've really appreciated their activity in the post today. I mean, their movement down low has been great.
Oh, that's right on the money. They generated a lot of easy opportunities on the inside.
Irving against Ginobili. Just 5 to shoot. Ball passes to Thompson. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over.
Total ball. Timeout call.
So timeout called here, the first for Cleveland.
And now, your Spurs dance team.
You know, I think he just wants to tinker with the game plan a little bit, and I think that's a wise timeout.
And part of it, too, Greg, was he saw some things going on out there that he didn't care for.
Spurs trail by 18. Ginobili dishes to Mills. Back to Ginobili. Diaw, the screen. The shot's good on the assist by West.
Put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with the way they work down low.
It's becoming a theme in this game, Clark. They are piling up the points in the paint.
And on the way from Irving for 3, and that one's good. Irving's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. And Ginobili, here we go. And so a pretty lopsided game for the first half. Cleveland ahead, up 19. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Coach, you're going to have to climb a bit of a hill here in the second half. What are you telling your guys they need to do to turn this thing around?
I think we just moved the ball a little bit. We were just on the dribble a little bit too much, and there's got a lot of pressure out there, so the ball's got to move.
Coach, thanks for the time. Gentlemen, back to you at the table.
Thank you, Doris. We'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Ernie Johnson along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. All right, that is going to wrap up our halftime report as it's just about time for the start of the third quarter.
As we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, you know, anything can happen. What a game we're seeing from Money.
And the thing I noticed most in that first half was his offense. He was not wasteful with his opportunities and also did a great job of converting with the chances he had.
I agree with you, Greg. Judicious shot selection. All of his looks were good looks.
Spurs trail by 19. The always reliable Parker and Green in the backcourt. Aldridge out there with Kawhi Leonard. And it's Duncan in at the center. That's the San Antonio 5.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
That's right. 5 of their last 6 makes were on the interior. They've established their inside presence.
The Spurs shooting extremely well. 62% on the night to this point.
And for Kyrie Irving, it had been a long time coming. Last season, he finally played in his first postseason with the Cavs. And up until the unfortunate injury, he certainly made the most of it.
Cole for three. Another three for Cleveland.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Yeah, Greg, you know, they're having free reign from beyond the arc. The defense is just not there.
Leonard. And it's good on the assist by Parker. Parker's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one.
Timeout call.
Timeout called.
And Tony Parker, at least some of his success can be attributed to playing with talented bigs. I mean, in his rookie season, he plays with both the Admiral and Tim Duncan. He kept that partnership going with Duncan for several more championships. So while talented, he's also been very fortunate.
And out of bounds is San Antonio gains possession. Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Guys, thank you. I got a chance to hear what Greg Popovich was saying to his team. He told his guys that their offense needed to run through Tim Duncan. Coach would like to see him utilized in the offense as much as possible. We can expect to see them going to him constantly. Coach was not wasting any time in altering their strategy here in the second half. And Kevin, he's going to have to hope those changes take effect quickly.
All right, Doris. Picked by Mozgov. And there's the feed to Iverson. Back to Iverson. 5 on the clock. And they double up Iverson, and he gets the bucket. Iverson's got 22. Well, talking about Parker and the bigs, Tony benefited from their presence, Clark, but they also benefited from his play.
Really, early in their careers, the only way to defend Parker and Duncan was to pack the lane, and once Tony developed a consistent jump shot, the only way to defend them was to hope and pray.
Right.
And now, your
San Antonio calls timeout. The drive by Green. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Green's got his first points of the night. Cleveland leading by 21. Iverson kicks to Iverson. Kicks it out to Iverson. Takes a three for Cleveland.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
And those triples, they sure do add up quickly, don't they? I mean, they've got to make some kind of adjustment here.
Here's Aldridge, and Griffin sends it back. There's the bucket. Good. 7 points for Aldridge. Cleveland's gotten the three ball working for them in the second half. They've hit 3 out of 3 shots from long range. And they double up Iverson. Mozgov a screen on Green. 5 to shoot. Jacks up a 3. Wow, that makes him a perfect 10 for 10. Double-digit perfection.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
You're exactly right. I mean, those come back to bite you every time, just like it's biting them now.
The 3 from Iverson, and another 3 for Cleveland.
And they clearly are just destroying this group right now from the three-point line.
Yeah, and the defense knows it. I mean, they are fully stretched out trying to stop the three-point shot and still haven't been able to do it.
Cleveland with the ball. They're on a 17-6 run. Here's Parker. Iverson with the block. Now Cleveland moving it up. Oh, and there's the alley-oop and the dunk by James.
And the big lead becomes bigger. They are playing with purpose here tonight, guys.
And they're doing it at both ends of the floor. I mean, that's what you like to see. They've been controlling the action from both ends of the court.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Pass to Mozgov. On the wing, Iverson. And another 3 for Cleveland.
Iverson.
And they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to score the basketball.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
Duncan, the pass to Green. Mozgov with the steal. Dishes it to Iverson. 3-pointer. Another 3 for Cleveland. All right, well, look at how the hustle game has been going for Cleveland.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ball game.
They have, but you also can't overlook how well they defended the rim, as they've challenged every shot and also gotten quite a few blocks as well.
Parker against Iverson. Knocks it loose. Iverson right side. Back to Iverson. Good. And it's Iverson who picks up the assist. Iverson's got his third assist on the night.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
He kicks it to Iverson. Iverson outside. Picked by Mozgov. And another three for Cleveland.
He is raining threes here tonight, and he is going to continue to stay aggressive.
As he should. I mean, when you're having the kind of day he's having from long range, you're doing your team a disservice if you aren't shot hungry.
And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. Cleveland ahead, opening up a huge gap. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling right here on 2K Sports. And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. On the court for Cleveland, they've got Mozgov. Iverson is out there with Iverson. Then there's Griffin, and it's James in at the three. And that one's good.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Well, I think they're getting caught in that in-between zone, no man's land, giving up three straight from beyond the arc right now.
Now here's Mills. Iverson covering. Pushing it up. The three from Iverson. Another. Three for Cleveland.
Wow. What can you say?
Clark, one thing we've seen from these guys is excellent ball movement.
And you love to see that, Kevin. I mean, I love watching unselfish play, and I know Greg enjoys that too.
No doubt about it. It's fun to watch the way they're operating as a team right now. They are all in sync.
Iverson outside. Picked by Mozgov. 6 to shoot. And Mills with a clear path to the hoop. Lays it in off the breakaway. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. LeBron James on the wing. That's good. Great play set up by Iverson.
For three.
And that's now 11 points for LeBron.
And how about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just giving up a barrage.
Most teams get the message to cover shooters after 1 or 2 wide open looks at the three-point shot, but it seems like they have just not figured it out.
Shot clock at 5. The Spurs need to get a shot off here. Here's Diaw, and it's San Antonio with another.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Iverson outside. He dishes it to Iverson. Mills, that's a two-pointer. And another basket for San Antonio. Cleveland's gotten off to a great start from three-point range in the final quarter. They're a perfect 3 of 3. Iverson outside, picked by Griffin. And another 3 for Cleveland.
That's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Let's face it, the defense is a step slow. You've got to take away the airspace.
Inside. And Butler gets it to go on the assist by Mills.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
That's got to be job number 1 right now. Nothing easy on the inside.
Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. Iverson dishes to Iverson. A 3 ball. Another three for Cleveland.
This is some kind of performance we're seeing from him today. He has yet to miss a shot.
The Spurs have gone 5 of 6 from the field to start the fourth quarter on a roll. Here's Mills. The shot by Butler. Nobody around. And he gets it to go from the corner.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Iverson with the bucket.
He's doing it all for them right now on the offensive side. No matter what the defense has done, they haven't been able to find an answer to stop him, and he's had an answer for every defense he's seen. Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
For Cleveland, they've got Ned Smith red out shooting the ball here in the fourth. A perfect 6 for 6. Butler against Iverson. Shot off the pick. And again, it's Cleveland.
Griffin created the space for that shot.
So far, we've seen them be a bit careless with the ball.
Guys, untidy. You've got to value the possession of the basketball.
Simply put, out of control is how they've played thus far. They're going to have to reel it in and show some more discipline.
That's a major mental mistake. I mean, there's no other way for me to describe it. He didn't know where he was on the court. That's a basic fundamental. You have to be alert to where you are.
And San Antonio shooting has been fun to watch in this game. They're at 57%. Offensive rebound and the basket by Dion.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Cleveland.
You're right, Steve. It was a standout performance across the board. They were just at times it seemed toying with.
Yeah, like watching a cat play with a mouse, Kevin. Quite honestly, they were able to do more or less, whatever they wanted to do.
And every win important. And this one will go down as win number 3.
Your hope is to take charge of a season series by winning that first game. This will put them up 1-0 with 3 games still left to play this year against the Spurs.
A fantastic show. And what an amazing all-around game it was for Money. You have to focus on the steals he came up with. They were huge factors in the end result.
Fires for 3. That is good. Iverson. Got 9 points in the quarter.
What a final quarter these guys are having from downtown, just burying the threes in bunches.
And they might as well keep going back to the well. No reason not to. I mean, work that perimeter. It's going good for you. Work it until it stops.
LeBron kicks to Iverson. From the wing. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. Iverson's got 43 points.
I don't want to say they're trying to run up the score here, but they do keep adding to the lead.
Well, I know you don't want to say it, but I will, partner. I mean, they're trying to run the score up here. It's plain and simple. They're trying to throw salt all in that wound.
And that'll be San Antonio as it goes out of bounds. Spurs retain possession. And the Spurs with possession here. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. James, the pass to Mozgov. From deep, Iverson It's rebounded by West.
And sometimes we all just want to show people that we have the range.
Yeah, you speaking from experience? We already know how good his range is. He shouldn't be firing from that deep, though.
Mm-hmm.
Shooting for San Antonio, Kyle Anderson.
Free throw, good. Anderson.
2 shots.
Both free throws good from Anderson. Iverson outside. From deep. He cans that one.
Well, guys, they came in here and really took charge from the opening tip. This is such a tough thing to do for a visiting team. This contest was played on their terms.
And, you know, that's not the way it usually works in the NBA. It's going to be a great win, and you know it's going to be a happy plane ride out of here for sure.
And so it's Cleveland taking care of business in this one. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Hey, folks, welcome back. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny Smith and Shaquille. Talk about lighting it up in the second quarter. My word, that was just huge, and the impact carried them through the entire game.
His accuracy from the field was pretty eye-catching. I mean, if he was shooting the ball, it was going in. You rarely see a performance like this with this crazy high shooting percentage.
Wow. In terms of three-point shooting, this could be framed as a historic performance. Hitting that many three-point shots in a single game is borderline impossible. The pressure was off the rest of the guys offensively. They just had to worry about getting him the ball and setting screens. Then it was bombs away.
And that brings us to the end of our broadcast for this evening. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious 2K Sports Group, this is Ernie Johnson saying good night. And we'll see you again soon, but not soon enough.